Hi, welcome to Step to Maths. Today we are going to discuss about the operations of signed numbers. Addition, subtraction, multiplication and division are the basic mathematical operations. And we already know how we can add, subtract or multiply or divide two numbers. But if the numbers are signed, that means if the numbers are positive or negative, then sometimes we have doubts how we can perform addition, subtraction, multiplication or division. In this section, we are going to discuss how we can simply do these mathematical operations. So first consider addition operation. Now we consider the first basic mathematical operation, addition of signed numbers. All of us know how to add two numbers. Simply two numbers, 20 plus 30. 20 plus 30 is equal to 50. Here these numbers are 20 and 30. Signs are not given. That means default they are positive numbers or the signs are plus. Instead of writing plus 20 plus 30, we simply write 20 plus 30. We just add the numbers and we get the sum. That is, if the two numbers are positive, we just add the two numbers. So we can write that expression if two numbers are positive and if we perform the addition operation, the sum is also equal to positive. Two numbers are positive, the sum is also positive. Now we consider if two numbers are negative. Minus 20 plus minus 30. In order to avoid the confusion, we can put these numbers in bracket. So minus 20 plus minus 30. The sum is minus 50. If two numbers are negative and after addition we get the sum that is also negative. If two numbers are negative, we just add that two numbers and put the negative sign. Or we can write two numbers are negative and when we add the two numbers, the sum is also negative. So if two numbers are positive, the sum is a positive number. If two numbers are negative, sum is also negative. Now consider, that part is for some students that confusing part. If one is positive and one number is negative, how we can perform the addition? Okay, just check. Minus 20 plus 30. We normally didn't write like this. We just simply like minus 20 plus 30. I already told the without symbol, without sign, that means default the number is positive. So minus 20 plus 30. Here one number is negative and one number is positive. How we can perform the addition? It's very simple. Just find the difference between the two numbers. 30 minus 20. 30, what is 30 minus 20? The difference. 30 minus 20 is 10. 10. And what about the sign? Here the two numbers are 20 and 30. And which number is bigger number? 30. So the sign of the sum is also the sign of the larger number. So here the answer is 10. Positive 10. Suppose the number is 20 plus minus 30. 20 plus minus 30. Here the 20 is positive number, 30 is negative number. So one number is positive and one number is negative. So first find the difference between these two numbers. 20 and 30. 30 minus 20 is 10. And here the sign of the sum is among 20 and 30, 30 is the larger number. So we put the sign of larger number, that is minus 10. So when we perform the addition of one positive number and one negative number, first we find the difference between the two numbers. We can consider another example. 10 plus minus 5. Here one number is positive and one is negative. So what is the first step? Find the difference between these two numbers. 10 minus 5 is 5. And here what is the sign of larger number? Positive. 10 is larger number. So answer is 5. Now consider minus 10 plus 5. Here 10 is minus and 5 is positive. So first one is positive number and one is negative number. So first find the difference between them. 10 minus 5 is 5. Here the sign of larger number is negative. So the sign of sum is also negative. So we can conclude that if we want to add two numbers, one is positive number and one is negative number, just find the difference between the two numbers and put the sign of larger number among the two numbers. If one is positive and one is negative and we add the two numbers, here one is positive and one is negative, the sum is positive when that positive number is larger number. And if one number is positive and one number is negative and we add the two numbers and the sign of sum is negative when this negative number is larger. Otherwise, we can conclude that if signs are same, that is if two numbers are positive, their signs are same. If two numbers are positive, sum is positive. If two numbers are negative, sum is negative. If signs are same, then the same sign for the sum. And when we consider the signs are different, first find the difference between the two numbers and the sign of the sum is the sign of the larger number among the two numbers. I hope all possibilities are clear. Now we can move to the next operation. What is that? Subtraction. Consider subtraction operation. 30 minus 20, that means two numbers are positive. We just find the difference. There is no need of confusion. Now we consider the next options. If two numbers are negative and one is positive, one is negative, how we can perform subtraction? To subtract the signed numbers, we can follow the rule that this subtraction or the minus symbol is changed by positive or addition. Minus 30 minus minus 20. That means two numbers are negative. First, we change, write the first number as itself and change this minus sign, subtraction sign by addition sign, and then change the sign of second number. That is minus 20 become plus 20. Minus 30 plus 20. One number is negative, one number is positive. After change the subtraction sign by addition, that is minus to positive, change the sign of second number, then we get the expression in form of addition. Now we can apply the rule of addition. Minus 30 plus 20. One number is negative, one number is positive. So how we can add that two numbers? First, find the difference between them. 30 minus 20 is 10. And then what is the next? What about the sign? The sign of the sum is sign of the larger number. Here 30 is larger number and its sign is negative. So minus 30 minus minus 20 we can rewrite as minus 30 plus 20, that is equal to minus 10. Minus 20. How we can perform this subtraction? What is the first step? Write the first number itself. Now change the minus sign by positive and change the sign of second number. So minus 20 become plus 20. So that is equal to 30 plus 20. We can directly add. 30 plus 20 is 50. 30 minus minus 20 is that we can rewrite it as 30 plus 20 is equal to 50. So in order to subtract two numbers, two signed numbers, what is the first step? We write the first number as itself, then change the subtraction sign by addition sign, minus by positive, and then change the sign of second number. Then we get the expression in the form of addition. There we can apply the rule of addition and we can perform that operation. So when we perform the addition of signed numbers, the steps are clear. If two numbers are positive, sum is positive. If two numbers are negative, sum is also negative. If two numbers have different signs, first find the difference between that two numbers and put the sign of larger number. If positive number is larger, then sum is also larger. If negative number is larger, the sign of sum is negative. In case of subtraction, how we can perform the subtraction of signed numbers? For that, we change first number, we write that itself, and then we change the minus sign or subtraction sign by addition and change the second number and then perform the operation following the rules of addition. How we can perform the multiplication and division of signed numbers? For that, we just remember 2 points. When we multiply two signed numbers, if signs are same, that means if two numbers are positive, 10 into 5. If two numbers are positive, product 10 into 5 is 50. Product is also positive. Without sign, default means the numbers are positive. Now we consider minus 10 into minus 5. Two numbers are negative. The product is also positive. Now we consider minus 10 into 5. 10 into 5 is 50 and the sign is minus. 10 into minus 5. Here the first number is minus and second number is positive number. Here the first number is positive and second number is negative. Product is 10 into 5 is 50 and sign is also negative. When we perform the multiplication of signed numbers, the sign of two numbers are same. That means if the two numbers are either positive or the two numbers are negative, the product is positive. If we multiply two numbers and their signs are different, that means one is positive and one is negative, or the first number is negative and second number is positive. That means the signs of two numbers are different. The sign of product is negative. One number is positive and the second number is also positive, and we multiply that two numbers, the product is positive. If the two numbers are negative, that is negative, negative, the product is also positive. Product is also positive when we multiply two negative numbers. Now we consider if first number is positive and second number is negative and we multiply together, their product is negative. And when we multiply first number is negative and second number is positive, the product is negative. If signs are same, product is positive. If signs are different, plus, minus or minus plus, product is negative. That is the rule of multiplication when we perform multiplication of signed numbers. And the same rule we apply when we perform the division of signed numbers also. When we perform division, if two numbers are same, the quotient is also positive. If divisor and dividend, they have different signs, then the sign of quotient is negative. 10 divided by 5. The two divisor and dividend are positive. Quotient is also positive. Minus 10 divided by minus 5. Here also dividend and divisor are negative and product is also positive. And next case, minus 10 divided by 5. Here dividend is negative and divisor is positive. Dividend is negative, divisor is positive. The sign of quotient is negative. Now consider the next case, 10 divided by minus 5. 10 divided by minus 5 means dividend is positive and divisor is negative, then also the sign of quotient is negative. Same rule as the multiplication. Signs are same, the sign of answer is positive. Signs are different, the sign of answer is negative. I hope now the basic mathematical operations of signed numbers are clear. In case of addition, when we add two positive numbers, sum is positive. When we add two negative numbers, sum is negative. When we add two numbers, they have different sign. First, what we have to do? We find the difference between them, difference between the two numbers, and put the sign of larger number. In the case of subtraction, we change the subtraction sign by addition and change the second number. Then we get the expression in form of addition, and then we can apply the rule of addition. And in case of multiplication and division, the rules are same. If the two numbers have same sign, that is, if two numbers are positive, the sign of answer is positive. If two numbers are negative, the sign of answer is also positive in the case of multiplication and division. And if the signs of two numbers are different, then the sign is negative. Thank you.